It's usually a good idea to castle early in a game, both to protect the king and give the rook a chance to control the center files. There are 4 important rules that govern castling. Rule number 1. The king and the rook may not have moved from their starting squares. In this board setup, white cannot castle to either side because both rooks have moved from their starting squares. Even if one of the rooks moves back, white still cannot castle. Rule number 2. All of the spaces between the rook and the king must be unoccupied. In this diagram, white cannot castle kingside because the knight is in the way. But he can castle queenside because all of the spaces between the king and the rook are empty. Rule number 3. The king cannot be in check. On this board setup, it would appear that white can castle kingside because neither the king nor the rook has moved from its starting square, and the spaces between the rook and king are empty. However, the white king is currently in check from the black bishop on b4, so he cannot castle. Rule number 4. The squares that the king passes over cannot be under attack, and since you can never move your king into check, the square to which it's moving can't be under attack either. On this diagram, the spaces between the king and rook on the queen side are open. However, 2 of the squares are under attack. The d1 square is under attack from the black bishop on g4, so the white king cannot pass over it. And the c1 square is under attack from the rook on c8, so the king cannot land on it. Again, the 4 rules governing castling are: 1. The king and rook may not have moved from their starting squares. 2. All the spaces between the king and rook must be empty. 3. The king cannot be in check. And 4. The squares the king will pass over may not be under attack, nor can the square on which the king will land. Can white castle long, short, or not at all? Correct. Can black castle long, short, or not at all? That's right. Can white castle long? That's correct. Can black castle short? You got it right. Can white castle short? Correct. Can black castle short? Can white castle short? That's correct. Can black castle short? Can black castle short? Correct. Can white castle long? That's right. Can white castle long? Can black castle short? You got it right.